Hello, I'm Robert Kraft, and welcome to Gillette Stadium, where we're proud to host today's games. I want to congratulate the competitors in the Division 5 MIAA football championship game between Shawsheen Tech and Foxborough. Good luck to both teams. Play hard, have fun, and enjoy this special day. We're honored to have you.
Welcome to Gillette Stadium for tonight's Division 5 state championship game between the local Foxborough Warriors and the #1 seed in Division 5, Shawsheen Valley. The Rams look for the perfect season at 12-0. Foxborough, the 3 seed at 8-3. Brendan Shawsheen and Andy Gresh joining you tonight on WSBK TV 38, streaming Patriots, YouTube, Patriots.com. Shawsheen won the toss, deferred to the second half, so we'll see Foxborough on offense to begin our night. Taking the road to Gillette for Foxborough, 10th championship game appearance, 5-4 in the big game under head coach Jack Martinelli. Defeated Greater Lowell 56-37 in the round of 16. Dedham next in Hanover, a team they faced in the championship last year.
Well, and you look at Jack Martinelli, 43rd year as a head coach, over 300 career wins. That's just, I can't fathom that.
Ben Angelini, the powerful running back. We saw him at Gillette Stadium last year, gang tackling by Shawsheen.
Yeah, number 32 is going to stand out for Foxborough, as you mentioned, the senior running back, 6'1", 200-pounder. And Brendan, you're exactly right. We saw a lot of him last year here at Gillette Stadium. Teams have seen a lot of him this year, and you start right away. Nice block in there from 22, Ryan Foley, to get the thing started.
Angelini this season in 9 games, 21 touchdowns. He missed the first 3 games of Foxborough's season with a lower body injury. Instrumental to their run last year, 1,400 yards on the ground. Mike Marcusella takes a chance down the field, and it's caught. Big gain. Foxborough ready to score 85 yards. A touchdown for Foxborough.
Personal foul, flipping on the offense.
Oh, and this thing is coming back because of a trip. But what a play. Singled up coverage in the slot. Just let that thing go, did Marcusella. Get it to Cam Gillespie, but it's all coming back because of a trip on the O-line. Oh, my. And it's going to be half the distance to the goal going backwards. So this is a 95-yard play, and it takes points off the board. So you can see the slot receiver in man coverage. There isn't a safety and lets it go. I did not. Boy, oh boy, I might need to see the pit in the O-line again. But by the way, look at Gillespie and this move that he's going to make. So he knows he's going to get hawked down from behind. Here he is slowing down. Look at the 2 defenders run into each other as then Gillespie takes this thing to the house for what should have been a touchdown. Here is the trip. We're looking at 55 at the center. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so that's one of those where you get steamrolled as an offensive lineman and you kind of roll on your back. What I didn't see there was the blatant put your leg up to trip someone in that instance.
Angelini scanning, rumbles forward for a minimal gain. That's instead of an 85-yard touchdown, it's 3rd and long.
I think that's a tough call because the offensive lineman fell. Now, they'll get you with a hold. If you're falling down and you're grabbed onto the player and you pull him down with you, you're going to get the holding call. On that one there, I saw legs get twisted up, but I didn't see kind of the overt gesture or, you know, the overt move of throwing the leg up and trying to trip somebody like you would if you were, you know, messing around with your friends or something like that. I mean, it just looked like
a playground.
No, but it kind of looked like a pig pile where everybody just sort of fell on top of each other. But a big moment here for Foxborough on 3rd and 16.
Marcusella, the quarterback, senior captain, whips it down left sideline. Reeled in, out of bounds though. It was caught by Nolan Gordon, but 1 foot was out of real estate.
Yeah, just didn't have enough room there along the sideline. And I kind of felt like Gordon got squeezed here on this route. You can see just not a lot of room for the quarterback to kind of drop that ball in there down the sideline. Here's what it looks like in the pocket. That's a big sandwich of a quarterback right there. It's good to know we still allow those plays in football.
James Tildesley coming up with the pressure on Marcusella. Good field position for Shawsheen. Sid Tildesley, who does just about everything for this team. A flag comes in, middle of the field.
Considering the ball was over near the sideline and the penalty marker is on the other hash, it feels like it's a return team penalty here.
Holding. Receiving team. 10 yards from the end of the kick. First one.
Shawsheen at 12-0 under Al Costabile, 33rd season as the Rams head coach. Old Rochester, their most recent opponent in the state tournament, 28-7 victory. On Thanksgiving Day, they made a statement, shut out Arlington Catholic 47-0. Undefeated regular season for Shawsheen for the 3rd year in a row. The quarterback, senior captain Sid Tildesley, does it all. Pitches it here, running play to start the night. Senior captain Zach Timmons is drilled out of bounds. They're pinning the ears back on Foxborough's side.
Yeah, nice job by 45, Gabe Bowley, who really just reads this right away and just goes to attack the ball carrier. Nice job by 45, and a good job by his Foxborough Warrior mates in making sure that Shawsheen couldn't get the corner on that run.
No gain for Simmons. Also a senior captain. Averages about 5 yards a carry, 13 scores this season. Tildesley, a dual threat quarterback who's carried the ball for 2,200 yards in his career. Tucking and running Tildesley. Can he get the edge? Does gain 4 or 5. 3rd and medium.
Good hustle by the second level of the Foxborough Warriors. Watch 22 and 45 going to a full sprint. Here they go. There, and the 5's in there as well, forcing the block. Just really nowhere for the quarterback, Tildesley, to go on that play.
3-time Boston Globe and Herald All-Scholastic selection, 3-time CAC Player of the Year, also a 2-time New England Football Journal First Team selection, Sid Tildesley. He does it all.
Well, he's going to need to today.
Completes 72% of his passes, 16 touchdowns to 3 interceptions.
No safety help.
3 wide to his left. Tildesley looks, plenty of time to throw. Heaves it left sideline. Dangerous ball, nearly picked off by Foxborough. 4th down.
Looked like trying to get it to Dylan Pratt, one of the junior wide receivers down the sideline. Pratt has to speed up to be able to get near the football. I thought he kind of quit on the route a little bit. That's a very dangerous throw from Tildesley there. Now, the danger in that isn't as bad because if it is picked, you still have Foxborough backed up in their own end. So, you know, if this punt ends up getting returned versus the interception where maybe you're down around the 20-yard line, you might think about it a little differently.
Jack Finn is the punter. High kick, but not very deep. Out of bounds on the Foxborough sideline.
Maybe the interception would have been the worst thing in the world because the ball would have been around the 10-yard line.
Tildesley stays on the field. He plays defensive back as well. He has 4 interceptions this season. To lead the Rams of Shawsheen Valley Tech out of Billerica, Massachusetts, about a 45-minute journey to Gillette. And Foxborough didn't have to go very far to get here, of course.
No. They just bypassed Dairy Queen, and there you go.
Now, we don't know if they stopped at Dairy Queen on the way here.
Oh, no, that's afterwards. It's like you win a Little League game, you go get ice cream.
It's like the scene of Mr. Deeds. They made the unexpected stop in Connecticut. There's a Wendy's Frosty.
You know all about pizza parties.
Through the teeth of the defense, Angelini for a gain of 2. We will see a steady dose of 32.
Yeah, very much so, and he's an impressive runner. Look at that, just squeeze through the tiniest of holes to be able to even just get 2 yards on that play. But what have we talked about? What do the good backs do? Even on a busted play, they get you a yard, they get you 2, they keep you at least mildly on schedule when a first down play gets blown up.
He is the head of the snake. Foxborough in search of back-to-back Division V state championships. They beat Hanover last year 48-21. Angelini rumbling. The gain of 2. Both teams have had 3rd and big mediums.
Yeah, there you go. On the low end of 3rd and long, on the high end of 3rd and medium. There's variance there. I'm with you.
You knew where I was going with that.
3rd and 7 can be viewed 2 different ways. I won't make fun of you for that.
Well, unlike our first game of the day, these quarterbacks are not shy to throw it.
No, absolutely not. We've definitely got some stoppages in play, but you're right. They've got a couple of kids here who can spin it a little bit.
Mike Marcusella, senior quarterback in his career, 3,000-plus passing yards, 30 touchdowns. He's back to throw. Marcusella airs it out. Open man. Bobbled incomplete. Dulesky, who we thought scored a touchdown, 85 yards downfield on the previous drive, his target once again.
Yeah, and this ball is underthrown here. If this thing is laid out to the corner, and I know some pressure in the quarterback's face, you could then make the argument that Cam Dulesky can make this catch, but he's got to stop for it. Yeah, the contact is a little early, but you know, when the wide receiver's got to stop the route, it's almost like you're baiting the defender to run into you. Better thrown ball fixes that.
Foxborough's turn to punt from their own 36. Low snap, but handled by Foxborough's Rashawn Rice.
Good bounce.
Very nice bounce to the 21-yard line. Field position for Shawsheen Valley. This matchup of Shawsheen and Foxborough, a rematch of the 2023 Division V semifinal. Foxborough dismantled Shawsheen 42-12. And it's not often that Sid Tildesley, who is the senior quarterback for Shawsheen, his career record in the purple uniform, 40-6 as a starter. It's won 87% of his starts.
Well, that's pretty good, number one, but also goes to show that he played early in his career. Heck of a season this year. Only 1,160 yards passing, but over a 70% completion percentage.
He's ran the ball for about 700 yards this year.
Foxborough with a timeout.
Timeout on the defense. First time out of the game.
I think it was trying to get somebody on the field late. I like our white hat, the timeout defense. Well, which team is that? I'm just saying. For those at home, or for those who are listening, you know, and can't see the pictures.
Well, for those that need reminding, the Rams are in purple today. Shawsheen Valley Rams and the Foxborough Warriors in their white uniforms earlier today. West Boylston captured a three-peat 22 victory today over Randolph. the Division 8 title, back-to-back Division 8 championships. And
22-16 was the final there.
2-16, and then in Division 3, North Attleboro and Mansfield are here at Gillette Stadium to cap off a fun 3 days.
Yeah, very much so. And, you know, the Kraft's gracious once again in opening up Gillette Stadium and allowing these kids to create memories. And, you know, I won a state championship on some field in Rhode Island somewhere that had no vibe or feel to it whatsoever. You win a state championship at Gillette, it just kind of adds to it a little bit.
Tildesley, QB keeper, scrummaging for 2 or 3. Some backlash on the run.
Yeah, it's been a little chippy. On the kickoff, there was some, you know, pushing and shoving and disagreeing and all that. So, you know, Foxborough's got a pretty good offensive line, which means they got some defensive linemen as well. That's Matt O'Keefe right there, number 73. You can see 54, James DeGaffney in there. Jonathan Bald, one of the captains on this team, number 74. So they got some bigs to rotate on that Foxborough front.
Foxborough defense that allows just 13 points per game. Shawsheen, 3 straight undefeated regular seasons. Snap is hauled in. Tildesley roaming out, throws on the move. Incomplete. No flags.
There's a lot of hand checking right there along the sideline. It'll be interesting to get a gander at this replay because of all the times pass interference could have been called. To at least my naked eye, it looked like there could be something. Ball gets released. And we really couldn't see all of they were already entangled as the ball got there.
Well, remember when Foxborough had it on 3rd and long, they went down the left sideline to Dulesky, and they didn't throw a flag. So you mentioned chippiness around the quarterback, chippiness on the kick, and even they're letting him play on the outside. Receiver.
Yeah. There's John Sacchetti there, and he was the one involved in that coverage.
So once again, a 3rd and big medium or 3rd and long.
No, 3rd and long.
Okay.
7 is the variance. You get to 8. That's it.
Thanks.
At least that's what we'll go with today.
Yeah, I got you. 3rd and 8. Tildesley fires. Contested ball out of bounds.
I think Tildesley tried to goat one of the defenders into contact along the sideline there. He really waited until the last minute, did Tildesley. Check this out as he's going to the sideline, right? This big 73 is hawking him down. Looking to, there's no one open. There's no one open. And then right as he's about to get hit, and it was a clean hit and inbounds, but talk about Sid Tildesley waiting until the very last second before letting that ball go.
He takes care of the ball, completes 72% of his passes, 16 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions. Midway point, first quarter, no score, Division 5 state championship game. Punt flutters around midfield, out of bounds to the near sideline of Foxborough.
It's been a bit of a offensive slog so far.
Kind of a staring contest. Who will play first?
The defenses are winning out, and Shawsheen has been a machine offensively, averaging 39.3 points per game. I know they've only given up 67 points on defense this year, but you figured against this Foxborough group who have had success against Shawsheen, that maybe those defensive numbers don't hold up. But right now, offensively, they just can't get anything going against this Foxborough.
And there's a steady diet of Angelini out of the backfield. Mark Casella can also sling it. Both players, now seniors, were in the Division 5 state title game last year. So they have this Gillette experience in their back pocket.
No doubt, and I think as we've seen over the years, the experience in handling the moment really matters. And there's Angelini just hitting it up in there. Nice job by Shawsheen of really not giving him anywhere to run. Couldn't even get, he got back to the line of scrimmage, but couldn't even get the token 1-yard tough run in.
Foxborough from their own 49 in search of the program's 6th state championship. 10th appearance, tied for 10th all-time in Massachusetts high school history.
And Shawsheen having a hard time getting lined up. No extra safety help. You could have another go route with the slot.
Marcusella play action, fires and completes it. But Shawsheen was ready to bring down Nolan Gordon.
Yeah, and I mentioned those two wide receivers to the right. I thought the slot had a chance on a go route. Instead, they end up running the screen play, and the slot receiver, number 12, Cam Dulesky, just ends up missing the block. If Dulesky chips this guy right here a little better, they might have had something on this play. But it'll be interesting to see what Shawsheen does with their safeties. Is it going to continue to be single safety? They're going to creep it down, stay one-on-one on the outside? Kind of the chess match between these two legendary coaches.
Tildesley is the one back there, keeping eye. Left sideline, it's intercepted. Will Holloway with the snag for Shawsheen.
You can see that as soon as Marcusella set up to throw that ball, that's when Will Holloway broke on it. So there's Marcusella. As soon as he set up right there, that ball kind of fluttered on him a little bit, but a really nice job. Good job of getting the foot in as well. Great pick by Will Holloway. Good anticipation. Holloway, excuse me.
Senior from Tewksbury, Mass. Shawsheen's roster littered with players from school's location in Billerica, Wilmington, Tewksbury. That neck of the woods in the Merrimack Valley.
Wilmington, got a Burlington point in there as well.
On the pitch, Jake Banda, the junior, back. With a 9-yard carry on the first play from scrimmage after the takeaway.
That's trying to get everything cleaned up down the sideline. Make sure that it didn't turn into a big scrum.
A great last name, Banda.
Yeah, definitely.
He gets about 10 yards a carry, 980 yards for the year. By the way, Shawsheen, their defense, allows only about 6 points a game. They have now 21 takeaways in 13 games this year.
That's some heavy production right there, no question. A little collision on the sideline as well. One of the guys holding the down markers fell on one of the players.
This time it's Timmons. Jolts for a first. Shawsheen can move the chains.
Nice job, and I love it on 2nd and 1. You know, you would think, okay, maybe you can take a shot here. Nope, we're just going to do what we do. We're going to keep going, and we're going to get the ball to Timmons, one of the captains here on this team.
Timmons this year.
On the offense. Repeat second down.
Missed the flag completely. I didn't see a flag on the field at all.
Same here.
That's going to push him back all the way to basically starting field position again. Take a look and see if we can catch the, might have been on 42. Couldn't tell where the grab came in there.
There may have been some, there's holding.
There's a little shove in there at the end of the play, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to make? Yeah, I thought the same thing. Yeah, it's a little antagonistic out there.
So basically take away the Banda run. 2nd and 11, Tildesley snags it, looking for room on the edge. 3rd and medium.
Well, and Tildesley calls his own play right there. You could see when he slid the running back over to his left side, that running back became the lead blocker. And a really nice job of bouncing outside the block of number 50, Nathan Mallandane, who ended up securing the edge pretty well. Nice little move there by Tildesley.
They call him Sid the Kid. Senior captain, his brother James is on the team, a standout linebacker. James Tildesley, a junior. And their dad, Brian Tildesley, the father of Sid and James, is the defensive coordinator under Al Costabile.
And I see a Jay Tildesley on staff. We got the whole Tildesley family involved in this.
Whole family involved for a state championship game. Strong move there by Banda.
And he's going to get a favorable spot for a first down. I thought that one was going to be real close right at the line. Here it is coming into your living room. And you can see see that slide there as well, but nevertheless, it's a first down for Shawsheen. And this first quarter is just slowly ticking away on these two teams.
Gabe Bowl on the tackle. Foxborough averages 24 points a game, and talked about Shawsheen, their high-octane offense, 39 a game.
39.3 a game. That is some kind of number.
From their own 49, Tildesley fakes the pitch, rolling to his left, heaves. Couldn't tell who he was looking for there. He had Timmons open, and then also Dylan Pratt over the top.
I'm glad you said that way, because I was thinking the same thing. You know, was that ball for, like, really, where was that intended to? Was it going to 33 or not? And I think that ball got tipped a little bit, but it appeared as if he was trying to get it down to the second level to Dylan Pratt and just missed there. Ball did get deflected.
Tildesley's pointing the thumb at himself. My bad. My miss. And he doesn't make many mistakes. In his career at Shawsheen, 5,200 passing yards, 69 touchdown passes, 123 total scores. His name everywhere just jumps off the page. 2nd and 10. Shawsheen at its own 49.
A long play call and a lot of checks before snapping the ball.
Handoff to Timmons, and he's bottled up.
But neither team can get any sustained offensive momentum whatsoever. Did a great job by Gabe Bowley. Watch 45 in white. Nice job on the edge, and then there he comes. And if it wasn't for Trevor Palmer doing the job of holding the edge, 45 ain't able to slide up in there and make that play. Good work by Foxborough, defensive. And there's Bowley, 5'11", 195 junior.
Bowley this season, 90 tackles, tied for the team lead with Ryan Foley. No gain on that play, 3rd and 10. Tildesley once again faking the pitch, rolling out to his right, fires on the run, intended for Pratt, incomplete.
Really very little for Shawsheen going on at the second level in terms of throwing the ball, right? The crossers, kind of those, sort of plays in the flat. There's your ball fake, turn around, trying to get the ball, just nothing there. No real spacing, no breaking away from a defender. It's a good job by Foxborough defensively.
Yeah, they've been hovering around Pratt quite a bit in this first quarter. Even in our first game today in the Division 8 Super Bowl, while neither quarterback threw the ball much, the mobility very present. Garrity is going to go down. Pardon me, Deleski goes down inside the 10, so Shawsheen covers the punt well.
Yeah, and I'm thinking going back and looking at that, if you're Cam Deleski, the ball ended up going by one returner, and it looked like that thing might have rolled into the end zone. He scooped it up, but watch 12. If he just kind of gets out of the way, that ball's only got, it got but 9 yards to be able to roll into the end zone there. That's a tough spot for number 12 to be caught in. And more good starting field position for the Shawsheen defense here.
Angelini gets the call on 1st down. Gain of 1.5 yards for Ben Angelini, senior captain. Just joining us again, he had a lower body injury that held him out of the first 3 games of the season. He's a workhorse.
Well, and this Foxborough group started 0-3. So maybe there's a little bit of a coincidence.
There's a common denominator there, right?
Yeah, a little bit of a coincidence, and then went on a heater and had a 5-game win streak, made it to the playoffs, and of course found themselves here inside Gillette Stadium. And yeah, I think looking back, that Angelini injury, a mitigating factor.
Play action, Marcasella throws from the end zone. Receiver makes the catch, but He was out of bounds.
We've also got a flag that was thrown from way downfield on what was a one-on-one route here where I feel like there might be some defensive holding call.
Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty, that results in a first down.
Yeah, where that flag came from, the throw on the flag was about 35 yards, and you can see the one-on-one battle right there, and there's Brayton Carbone, one of the senior captains out there in coverage. You see the size mismatch against Nolan Gordon. Gordon, number 8 for Foxborough in white, 6'2", 175. Had to hold on there. That's a big penalty against Shawsheen at this point. Because they've done a nice job defensively here in this first quarter.
Again, they allow just 6 points a game. Brings the ball out to the 20. Marcusella deep down the left side. Superb coverage.
Wow. Just a great play by Carbone to knock that ball. Because he clearly got beat off the line of scrimmage. And if Marcusella throws that thing out even a little bit further, Nolan Gordon's going to house that deal.
Nolan Gordon, 6'2".
Yeah, you can see off coverage, but look at the space he gets right away against Carbone. The only thing Carbone has is to knock that ball out. And that is not a catch and fumble right there. There was not enough. See how the ball's still moving around? He never really secured it for that to become a fumble. But what a heady play by Brayton Carbone.
I know it's cliche in football, game of inches, but there have been moments on plays, both sides of the ball, where there's a trip, could have been an 85-yard score. Even Marcusella's made some pretty nice throws, just inches away from being inbounds.
Well, and with it being cold outside, it feels like the ball's hanging up there just a little bit more.
Angelini met at the line. And that's the final play of the opening quarter. 3rd and long for local Foxborough, the 3 seed in Division 5, knotted at 0 with number 1 seed Shawsheen Valley here at Gillette. We'll be right back.
This MIAA High School Championship game is brought to you by Cross Insurance. Insurance is taking care of people, protecting every last asset that someone has built over a lifetime. Insurance is our way of life since 1954. Learn more at crossagency.com. And by Dean College. Discover the Dean difference. Visit dean.edu for more information.
Welcome back to Gillette Stadium, home of the New England Patriots. They're on the bye this week, but it suits well for the MIAA State Championship games. Whoa, the snap goes over the head of the quarterback. Marcusella luckily falls back on it. That was 3rd and 10. 4th down.
Not exactly what you expect from a veteran team, and that hits Marcusella in the hand, and he's just got to plop on the pill there. Nowhere to really go. Boy, a very unexpected, unforced error right there to start the second quarter for Foxborough.
They had a tripping call in the first quarter that negated an 85-yard touchdown. Marcusella's made some big throws. Tildesley returning here for Shawsheen. Sid the Kid turns on the Jets to the 16-yard line. This kid, his name is Sid, he can do it all.
Tildesley with a great return here. And a pretty physical tackle at the end of this run. But check out number 12. He gets the corner, knows what he wants to do with it. Nice block by 56, and then really wrapped him around the head to be able to bring him down. Otherwise, Tildesley might have been headed to the end zone. At first, I thought it was a face mask, and nope, just a grab around the beam. But Tildesley sets his team up in great field position.
26-yard punt return for Tildesley. He does have 3 returns this year for a touchdown. He's racked up 400-plus yards on punt returns. He's the quarterback, standing tall at the 16, the senior, all scholastic, roaming to his left. Tildesley looks for the edge, and he's tripped up. May have lost a yard.
Boy, what a great play there. Cam Dulesky sliding right in to get him on the shoe tops. 12 and 12. 12 running the ball. And there comes number 12 in white with a great tackle on the outside.
Dulesky is everywhere, the junior. Team leading receiver with 24 receptions. He has 8 interceptions on defense. 1 for a pick 6.
5'7", 170.
This time on the left side of the field for Shawsheen. 4th state championship appearance in school history. They have not won a title since 2010. Can Tildesley take them there? Gains a few on 2nd down, so it's 3rd and long.
Boy, if you would have told me at 10 minutes left in the second quarter that this game would be scoreless, I would have told you you're crazy, given these offenses and the way they produced this year. But defense has really ruled the day here in the first quarter plus of this Division V state title game.
These defenses have combined to allow 19 points a game. So I guess a flip of the coin, you could have got one game script or the other.
No, it's very true, and you got to give both teams a bunch of credit here because, I mean, the defensive want-to has been there on both sides, no question.
Yep.
And that's a testament to having long-time legendary head coaches.
Costabile of Shawsheen, year 33. Martinelli, year 43 for Foxborough. 3rd and 7 for Tildesley. He's back to throw. Protected. Tildesley sees daylight. He tucks, and he's met. Gabe Boley brings him down.
Boley again. He's been very active this first half as number 45 in white for Foxborough. Nowhere for Tildesley to go with the football, so he's got to try to run and do something himself, and nothing there. That Foxborough defense all over the Shawsheen quarterback.
Let's see if they bring out Jack Finn, the kicker. This would be a 29-yard try, but on 4th and 6, a meeting of the minds between Costabile, the head coach, and Tildesley. Three-time All-Scholastic by the Boston Globe and Boston Herald.
And we're going to get a timeout here from Foxborough.
Gun mode.
On the defense. Second timeout.
One timeout remaining for the Warriors in the first half.
The defense has a timeout. Because it was 2 defensive timeouts they were used once. Just saying. We got to keep people updated on these things.
Timeout Foxborough.
8:26 to go, and we are scoreless. Holy cow. One team averages 39.3 points per game. Welcome to state championship football at Gillette in the cold.
As we said to each other, though, at the quarter break, it's been an entertaining first quarter change, right? Like some big plays, and defensively, guys are stepping up and getting to the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, it kind of feels like you're just waiting for an offensive breakthrough. You know, these coaches just keep chipping away, and then the next thing you know, the dam kind of breaks a little bit, and you see a couple of touchdowns put up on the board. But so far, defense has ruled the day, and it has not been a bad game, to your point.
And both offenses have had a few penalties burn them as they garner momentum. 4th and 6, offense is on the field for Shawsheen. The Rams need the 6 for a first.
And now a timeout from Shawsheen.
This is a chess match.
Well, I think
On the offense, first of the game.
so. The offense has 2 timeouts, and the defense has 1.
The more and more you say that, it's processing why that can be confusing.
Yeah, thank you. I got confused right away. That should be a sign. I got confused on that one. It was like, okay, aren't you supposed to mention the team? I noticed on the Shawsheen sideline, there's a lot of kind of talking going on, and there was some talking going on to Sid Tildesley before we got into these kind of exchange of timeouts. And I think the offensive coordinator on the Shawsheen sideline maybe wasn't real thrilled that Tildesley didn't throw it away on that last play. But nevertheless, there's been a lot of instructions given to Tildesley here. So I'm curious, it might have been a little reminder that you just need 6 yards to get the first down.
They've had trouble getting into the second level in the passing game. Timmons and Banda, the running backs. It's Banda on the hip of Tildesley. 4th and 6. Tildesley well protected. Pockets folding, down he goes. He had time, but then Foxborough got to him. James DeGaffney. The defensive end.
Well, and again, it's Foxborough's defense rising up once again. And as you mentioned, that time it's DeGaffney. Shawsheen set up to throw the football. Great protection, at least right away, but the ball's got to come out at some point. You know, you're only going to have a certain amount of time. And Shawsheen has turned this into Foxborough getting the ball at the 24-yard line. So a pretty drive deep into Foxborough territory. Kind of just blows up on him there on 4th down.
Mike Marcasella, senior quarterback in the gun from the 24. And Marcasella is bottled up. On defense for Shawsheen, Jake Banda, a running back offensively, stayed right out there.
And what's interesting is that you've got a lot of the same kids playing along the lines of scrimmage, yet defensively is where they're winning the day. Neither of these offensive lines for Foxborough or Shawsheen, have been able to really establish any momentum at the line of scrimmage.
Shawsheen, you have plans later to watch? Or?
Voices in my head.
2nd and 17. They're showing pressure. Handing the ball, Angelini. Positive gain.
It looked like the defender was going to try to go over the shoulder and see if he can do something there and maybe strip that thing out, but to no avail. And this is just a get-right play on 2nd down. You know, try to be able to put yourself into a better 3rd down situation here. You got it, went from 2nd and 17 to 3rd and 8. So, you know, it's on the longer end of 3rd down, but at least it's manageable.
I like how you said that, a get-right play. We get the feeling there's going to be a bunch of those in this game if the defenses keep playing like this.
Exactly right. You're trying to catch up to sort of get into a down and distance that's at least manageable for you. Absolutely.
We've had a bunch of 3rd and longs tonight.
And Shawsheen had to call a timeout because they couldn't get somebody off the field in time.
Timeout on the defense. Get a second timeout of the half.
Trying to get a substitution there and just couldn't get across the field in time, so bang the timeout. The one thing that we don't have the luxury of in these MIAA games is the play clock running down. To be able to see it, we're kind of guessing.
Final day of 3 total here at Gillette Stadium for MIAA football state championships. Earlier this afternoon, West Boylston sealed the three-peat with a 22-16 win over Randolph. Later tonight, North Attleboro faces Mansfield. Those 2 schools have been to a ton of state championship games, so that's a battle of bragging rights.
And we had King Philip and Catholic Memorial last night in the 8 o'clock slot, and you know, just like last night, you would argue the heavyweight fight that's got people excited is at 8 o'clock here tonight. Scoreless mid-second quarter, unbelievable.
Marcasella's back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Fires down the right side, intended for Gordon, incomplete. Gordon is their deep threat.
Absolutely, and you look at that throw from Marcusella down the sideline, it kind of sort of sailed on him a little bit because I thought Gordon was open. Yeah, there was contact in the pocket, but this ball just kind of turns and drops down out of bounds. Oh, nice job on the stutter and go. And again, if that ball's out in front, that's another touchdown for number 8.
Foxborough punt. Takes a favorable Warriors bounce, and it rolls to the 36-yard line. Starting field position there for Shawsheen on offense with 7 minutes to go in the half.
You know, if these offenses don't start to figure it out a little bit, this is going to be one of those games that could come down to special teams, you know? A kick that goes out of bounds, a great punt that ends up flipping field position. You know, this thing is way tighter than I thought it was going to be. I thought the score would be close, but I thought each team would have a couple touchdowns on the board.
Yeah, I would agree. And Tildesley, the previous punt return, he's the quarterback as well, number 12 in purple. He returned a punt for 26 yards for excellent field position. Now Shawsheen starts at its own 36. Trips to the right for Sid Tildesley. Senior quarterback keeps it himself, bounces off a tackle, somehow maneuvers for a gain of 4. Could have gone down, but Tildesley stuck with it.
Yeah, that was some kind of 4-yard run because he's got to stop at the line of scrimmage and work around one of his own guys that almost trips him, and then tries to make the spin move to be able to get away from Joey Lombardi, and he ends up slipping again.
And Tildesley this season about 1,200 yards passing, and he's rushed the ball for about 700 yards.
Now you can see that when he got the ball in his hands on that return, he's playing quarterback, but he knows what to do with the ball running.
Pitches the ball to Jake Banda. He spun down, another gain of 3 yards. 3rd and medium for Shawsheen.
And just not much movement really at the line of scrimmage. You got to give Foxborough a ton of credit. Their bigs are doing a good job of just kind of clogging everything up right now. And I know we're sitting at a 3rd and 4, but I keep saying this, it feels like neither team has any offensive mojo right now whatsoever.
John Sacchetti, linebacker for Foxborough. 74 tackles. Ryan Foley, Gabe Boley, we've called their names. 90-plus tackles apiece. Third and 4. Shawsheen needs the 47 to extend the drive.
Similar to the last formation with 3 wide receivers out to the right, and Shawsheen ends up calling a timeout.
Delay again on the offense. Remains 3rd down.
Wow, when our white hat came running in, blowing the whistle, I thought there was a timeout from the sideline that got called there at the end of the presumed play clock.
Well, that's the second time in this game where they do have the yellow flag to throw.
Timeout.
They haven't tossed it.
On Shawsheen before the penalty.
There we go.
That's their final timeout of the half.
I thought I saw the Shawsheen sidelines and the coaches run over and bang the timeout.
Agreed.
And then when the white hat came in, I thought, okay, you could see on the Foxborough sideline there, who's that, Coach Dooley. Nice job of slamming that on the arm so everybody knows who you are. Thanks, Coach. And he's politely giving it to the refs, you know what I mean? Like, he's just politely giving it to him.
Under Jack Martinelli, the head coach. Yesterday, as we were talking about earlier, Catholic Memorial won their third state title in the last 4 years over King Philip, 39-21. It's a big second half by CM. Two big explosive plays early in the game. An 8-8 ball game. Zavarian outlasted Needham 14-7. That's what this game feels like.
Yeah, I was going to say that, yes, it feels hotly contested. I know going in there was the kind of the preconceived notion as to who you thought would be the favorite, who you thought would win that game. And yeah, that one was close, as is this one. I think this one being close isn't the surprise. Scoreless is the surprise.
Tildesley launches it left side. It's reeled in but out of bounds. Dylan Pratt, who's their deep threat.
Yeah, a lot of contact there at the point of catch. Let's take a look at this. And by the way, the ball sailed and just hung up in the air. Uncatchable out of bounds anyway, but you could probably could have dropped the flag on that. Glad they didn't, though.
They're letting the DBs play.
Well, and again, the ball wasn't catchable, so
yes,
in a way it was kind of moot. However, you don't want to get into the habit of not making those calls because they should be made.
Dylan Pratt leads all of Division 5 with 12 touchdown receptions this year, but uncatchable 4th and 4. Deep punt by Jack Finn. Down at the 27.5-yard line for Foxborough.
You know, as this game we get deeper and deeper into the game here, and this thing is scoreless, somebody's going to have to manufacture some offense. And right there on that 4th and 4 on the punt, I was really keeping an eye on what was Foxborough doing in terms of rushing the punter and things like that, because at some point, somebody is going to have to make a call on a play, and I just wonder, we mentioned special teams might end up being big, but also a fake out of special teams as well at the right time could be called for in a game like this where no sustained offensive momentum either way.
Angelini through the middle of the defense, gains 2 or 3. And you wonder if Foxborough has a few wrinkles up their sleeve. It feels first, second down, let's go to 32, and then there you are in 3rd and 7, taking shots down the side.
Yeah,
right?
I think, the inefficient on first down at times has kind of knocked them clearly off schedule to where you would think, hey, get to 3rd and 3, and then we know we got a couple of guys that we can go to. But it doesn't feel like many of the 3rd downs have been very short for Foxborough in this game. You know, we've been joking around about the whole medium and long, and getting into 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 ain't the way to go.
Angelini finds a hole, bursts for first down to the 42. There's a rip by Ben Angelini.
Yeah, and this is just, off tackle to the right-hand side. Nice block by number 80. That's Kawan Diaz. Really good job of a kick-out block on the outside there. And Angelini ran right up underneath his rear end.
13-yard rampage for Angelini.
21 rushing touchdowns this year. Boy, oh boy. And we were impressed with Angelini last year. He comes in with 21 this year.
In just 9 games.
Yeah, that's true.
He missed their first 3 due to injury. Yep. Foxborough started 0-3. Steady diet of Angelini down at the original line. 2nd and 10.
Well,
some extracurriculars, and here comes a flag.
Yeah, Angelini is going to end up getting the, unless they go offsetting, I think this is going to go against Angelini for the shove. I think we're going to get warnings on both players here.
On the offense and the defense.
Our white hats point at people, and normally that's at players. And
Angelini being told to stop.
Yeah, you can see Coach Martinelli being like, just stop it. Like, gather yourself. I need you, we'll be fine. The question is, are we going off settings or is this one way?
Dead ball. Personal foul on the offense. Dead ball. Personal foul on the defense. They wash off. Third down.
Wash off.
They wash off. First time we've had I guess they're washing on, and then they wash off. And 57 with a good, you know what? I wonder if 57...
Everyone plays easy when you throw your hands, right?
Thanks. This game's the full conversation there. But I honestly wonder if 57 Eric Banda of Shawsheen, if the reason he got it was because he fell down on the ground on such an easy tap. If he doesn't do that and let it go, I don't know how that isn't just on Angelini.
An additional wash from the official. Angelini bouncing off one tackler and gains 4.5. Well, while the coach is telling him to stop it, maybe that gives Angelini an extra pep in his step.
Well, and it gets some creases to be able to run through right now because Shawsheen is doing a really good job of just making sure that if Angelini does get a seam or the ability to run, it isn't easy for him. There have only been one or two wide open holes in this first half so far for Angelini to kind of rip through.
And the question I would have for both offenses, how do you stay composed when it's not been easy? And they just got an offsides. James Tildesley jumped over the line.
Okay, I think it is going to go on the defense.
Offside.
Yeah.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty.
At first I saw one of the other officials run in there thinking that there might have been a flinch, and you could easily see no one along that Foxborough front ended up moving. A little surprised that ball didn't get snapped because that's the rules of the center. As soon as they go over, you normally snap that thing because you know it's going to be a dead play.
And what do you know? We have a 3rd and short. Because of the penalty, 3rd and 1.
I don't think they're going to, but I wonder if there's some play action here.
Angelini to his right, he stopped! Jake Banda!
You know you got Gordon on the outside. Nolan Gordon, 6'2", 175. Everybody is thinking 32 is getting the ball. That's why I kind of blurted out, hey, we may get a little play action here with some one-on-one on the outside. Nice job by Shawsheen. 42, Jake Banda getting in there.
Banda's carried the ball 100+ times this season. He's caught 4 passes for 82 yards, and he has 6 sacks defensively.
Well, here's an interesting call here with about 2 minutes to go on 4th and 3. Foxborough is going to go for it right around midfield.
6'2" senior receiver Nolan Gordon, number 8, put in motion. Maybe trying to get him to jump.
Yeah, I saw one of the coaches run over to the official right on the sideline, almost as if, hey, we're going to do this, but we're going to call a timeout. And there it is.
Just used their final timeout of the half.
Timeout on the offense.
So, to me it was curious because it's like, oh boy, here we go, 4th and 3. What in the world are you going to run? You might be setting Shawsheen up here, but it feels like the punt is coming now after the timeout, trying to get him to just jump off sides.
One of our first plays of the game was brought back due to a trip. Cam Deleski to the end zone for 85 yards for a touchdown, we thought. Then it was called back due to a trip. And then the closest Shawsheen got was to the 16-yard line of Foxborough, thanks to a Sid Tildesley return. Other than that, we've been in the trenches here.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, they say the game is won in the trenches, and neither offensive line has been able to establish themselves.
Both punt units have been strong. Tilty lets this ball flutter, and a good bounce for Foxborough down to the 10-yard line.
Well, this is where if you had the full complement of timeouts, if you were Foxborough, you might manage this a little differently, but with 1:28 to go, be interesting to see how Shawsheen decides to attack this moment.
Yeah, Shawsheen won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they will open the third quarter with the ball.
Well, I think what you want to, the two things you're worried about here. One is obviously the turnover, but how does it happen, right? Are you too aggressive offensively? Do you stand back there and try to throw it out of your end zone, and you end up having a critical mistake? And there's the part of me with Shawsheen that just wonders, run these couple of plays and maybe take it to half.
Tildesley, toss, Banda, wrapped up. Exceptional play by both of these teams defensively. James D. Gaffney again.
Yeah, when you're scoring 39.3 points per game like Shawsheen has, I have a sneaking suspicion that they maybe weren't shut out in a half all year long. I know we're never going to find the numbers or anything like that, but it just makes me wonder about Shawsheen and their confidence, because they're so used to coming in and just putting up points.
It's a fair call out.
Where are they at offensively on that end?
Foxborough, to get to Gillette, beat number 2 Hanover in the Division 5 state semis 14-7.
Right.
Which was a Super Bowl rematch. Banda with a pounce to the 11. Flag on the play at the 1-yard line. 31 seconds remaining in the half.
Holding on the offense. It'll be half the distance. Repeat second down.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Shawsheen and the numbers that they put up, even in the state tournament. Yep, there's the hold right there. Pretty easy to see. I think that was on the left tackle, number 50. I think it's Nathan Melendane. But, I mean, look at this, going backwards, right?
The defense has elected to start the clock on the snap. Second down.
Shawsheen 47-0 over Arlington Catholic, 28-7 over Old Rochester, 42-0 over Newburyport. They're used to putting up big numbers, and you mentioned the frustration. Is Shawsheen ready to grind offensively in the second half?
At their own 2-yard line, ball security. The priority here, Tildesley gets away from the goal line to the 7.
And that should bring us to a shockingly, surprisingly scoreless half. Just a quarterback run up the middle, like you said, taking care of the football. And boy, oh boy, scoreless at halftime. That's a shocker.
Two teams that average at least 24 points per game. Goose eggs at recess in the Division 5 state championship. Shawsheen and Foxborough here at Gillette. Let's go back to the studio. Welcome back to Gillette Stadium, home of the MIAA State Championship football games in Division 5. Scoreless, Foxborough and Shawsheen. Number 3 seed, Warriors. Number 1 overall seed in Division 5, the Shawsheen Rams. Well, no offensive highlights to show, Gresh, but some defensive plays.
No, but a lot of defensive plays, because between Shawsheen Valley and Foxborough, we have a whopping total of 46 yards of offense in this one, and nice job at the point of attack. Number 45, Gabe Boley, has been all over this field defensively for Foxborough. You get the punt return here, and it was Sidney Tildesley, the Tildesley family here for Shawsheen. That was deep into Foxborough territory. Nothing ended up coming out of it. And you see Tildesley right here, nowhere to go with the football. Ultimately gets brought down and sacked on 4th down. And then Ben Angelini trying to get to the outside. Nowhere to go. It's been all defense through this first half.
Dean College halftime stats. Discover the Dean difference. Visit dean.edu for more information. The two teams combined for 1 of 12 on third down.
Yeah, so we've had 3 first downs, 46 total yards in this game, minus 1 passing yard between the two teams. That's tough to do. And then a combined 1 of 12 on third down. This game is going to come down to a turnover or a special teams play, unless someone figures it out early here in this second half of how to be able to run some offense against the other team.
Shawsheen will receive the second half kickoff. Sid Tildesley called his name a ton in the kicking game, punt returns, quarterback, of course. He entered this state title game completing 72% of his passes. He's 0 for 6. Mark Casella, the quarterback for Foxborough, 1 for 6. These two quarterbacks can throw the pill.
Yeah.
They've had their struggles, two dialed-in defenses.
Even Ben Angelini's got 37 rush yards, 16 on 1 run.
Timmons finds a hole through the middle. Roaring start for Shawsheen to begin the second half. Zach Timmons on the return.
Boy, there was no one in the middle of the field here for Timmons to be able to make this return. I mean, this is right up the gut, right up the middle. Good job of taking care of the ball contact, and Shawsheen in great field position. There's the senior captain, Zach Timmons, right there, doing a really nice job on that return and trying to set the tone for a Shawsheen team that came in averaging 39.3 points per game.
That's a 43-yard kick return for Zach Timmons. Ball is spotted at the 50-yard line for Sid the Kid Tildesley.
5 wide on the field, an empty set.
Flip it to Timmons, ride the hot man. Foxborough bunches up on him at the line of scrimmage.
We highlighted James D. Gaffney, and what a fantastic job he does on the backside of this play. Watches the balls coming there, 54. I mean, literally just runs right into 54, who couldn't be blocked and was almost standing there waiting for the ball carrier as if to catch him and hug him, not tackle him.
There's the quarterback, Sid Tildesley, still in search of his first completion. He carried the ball 9 times for just 13 yards. He's a dual threat at the quarterback position. Third quarter underway in this Division 5 state championship. 0-0. Flip it to Timmons, turns the corner. He steps over a defender. Now Foxborough believes he was down a few yards before that.
Well, it's coming back because there's a flag down. It's either going to be, I think, a chop block or a hold.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalties from the spot of the foul. Repeat second down.
That's the 5th penalty against Shawsheen.
I saw it as it was happening, and I thought, gee, is this a hold? Or, you know, I saw someone get to the ground. And I think it was on 42 for Shawsheen dragging someone. I think Jake Banda was the guy, I think, who ended up getting that penalty called against him. But nevertheless, I mean, this has been it's been a real problem for kind of both teams. You know, they're finding themselves in third and medium, third and long. Now you get the penalty here, 2nd and 17. You need 7 yards just to kind of get back to par to have a third and long. These are killer penalties.
We've said the phrase third and long all night. Empty, Tildesley fires, screen pass, Banda knocked down at the 48.
And that's a pretty good gain of 6, but it's going to leave you in 3rd and 11. And that's kind of what we're talking about here, is that normally the negative play, whether it's going backwards or a penalty, it just stops that offensive momentum. And again, that's not a bad play, but it's not going to, you know, change anything for Shawsheen. John Sacchetti there, 5'9", 170, the senior, getting involved in that play.
74 tackles this season for the senior Sacchetti. 3rd and 12. Shawsheen tries to cap off the perfect season. Foxborough fan base erupting. Pump fake to the left. Tildesley rolling out to his left. He tucks and runs. Tildesley will not get the first. Well short.
I'll tell you what I don't like about that is that You basically ran kind of a same look, except you flipped the formation, and then you faked the play you just did. So you better have somebody on the backside that can get open. I think maybe waiting a series before busting that out after that screenplay that got you back to 3rd and 11 might have been a little more prudent there.
Jack Finn is out there to punt the football for Shawsheen. High kick with some distance. Shawsheen bounce to the 8.
Boy, you can feel the pressure mounting and building as neither team can get anything going on offense right now. Foxborough's going to get the chance here, but Shawsheen, I mean, that ball was returned to midfield, and you look at the offensive inefficiency and the penalty thrown in there, that's pretty much exactly where they punted from. It's been a wild ride today offensively for Shawsheen.
And if you like a battle of field position, that's the game we have for you today here in Division 5. Mike Marcusella, the quarterback in the first half, he completed 1 pass for -1 yard. Now remember, he had an 85-yard completion taken away. He found Cam Deleski on a ladder route, but there was a tripping call to bring that play back.
There was. That's exactly right. I mean, that would have been the lone touchdown on the board right now in this one, but as you said, it got called back, and not only did it take points off the board, I mean, that's basically a 90-yard penalty right there because it backed you up in your own end even further.
And imagine that had counted. It would have been a real tone setter to the game, perhaps.
No question, and instead it really set the tone for what we've seen, which is inconsistent offense, and both teams have made a mound of mistakes, in my opinion.
Ben Angelini, senior running back. Right behind Marcusella. Handoff Angelini, squirms for a short pickup. Here we go again, 3rd and long, but this time on the Foxborough side.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 here, but I mean, the real story of this game, a lot of people will look at the 3rd down inefficiency, but in reality, 1st down is where both these teams on defense are doing stellar jobs. The reason you're in these 3rd down situations is because neither team has really been able to move the ball on 1st down at all.
What will they dial up? Nolan Gordon on the left side of this formation. 6'2" receiver. Marcusella throws the ball and completes the ball to Deleski. A 1st down. We had just 3 1st downs combined in the first half. The 3rd 1st down for Foxborough.
I know, I almost don't know what to do, but this ball gets out into the flat, and then, you know, a little scrummy. You can see that antagonism there, right? Even at the end of that, right? You're gonna push your face on it, try to slap the ball away. You can see that the pressure is starting to mount here on both of these sides in terms of trying to find a way to punch one into the end zone.
I think both teams feel next score might win the game.
It might be.
The only score that
well,
is.
and that's why special teams is going to be paramount here in this 2nd half. Shawsheen loading up the blitz.
Play action. Looking to throw on 1st down. Marcusella throws it away. In most cases on 1st down, they just handed to Angelini, so maybe just trying to mix it up a bit.
And you know, quite honestly, they had someone coming open. It looked like the tight end, number 80, Kawan Diaz, was kind of sliding out there. He's technically a wide receiver, but nowhere to go with that football. And Marcusella's got to get rid of that thing early. When it came to the passing game, those couple of deep shots early, the timing was good. Otherwise, just no real time for Foxborough to consistently operate in the pocket. And even when they do, some of the balls just kind of floating out of bounds on Marcusella.
Nolan Gordon has been the prominent target for Foxborough. On the other side, Dylan Pratt, who's a pretty good defender as well. 2nd and 10, Marcusella evading the pressure on the rollout, throws it into his sideline. There were 3 purple jerseys. The Rams were coming.
Yeah, he had to throw this away, did Marcusella, because there's also no wide receivers working back towards him, right? If we can see number 8 on the side here, he's just kind of standing there. Work back to your quarterback and try to give him a place to throw the football to. But again, another inefficient play, and we're sitting here 3rd and long.
Foxborough did pick up a first down on their previous 3rd down play.
I feel like the fans are trying to get jacked up, but it's just too cold right now. Everybody's teeth are chattering.
And the nerves might be kicking in for the fan bases too. In a 0-0 state championship, Marcusella in the flat. Angelini bobbled it a bit. Shawsheen believes they have the ball. The official says Angelini never had possession.
Correct.
So it's an incomplete pass.
And it's the whole, behind the scrimmage, but it's forward, and we start to get into, all of that whatnot. I give our white hat credit. He was on top of this and told Shawsheen, nope, that's an incomplete pass.
Once again, though, for Shawsheen, while they haven't played in many low-scoring games, they're in position to have great field position.
Yeah, and they've had some good field position. I mean, it would be back where they started their last drive if this gets to midfield. Watch good kick.
Tildesley has 3 punt returns for scores this year. Takes the short route to his sideline. Rams ball in Foxborough territory.
Boy, this would have shocked people if you'd said to them, hey, with about 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, this will be scoreless between Foxborough, who got hot as a pistol after starting 0-3, and Shawsheen Valley, who averages 39.3 points per game.
Right, and Foxborough last year, as the 2 seed in Division 5, beat 1 seed Hanover 48-21 in this building at Gillette last year. Just about 5 minutes into the 3rd. Tildesley, the quarterback, empty set. Trips to his left and 5 wide overall. Quarterback keeper, Tildesley, scampering. Churning his legs, close to a first. Hey, how about a first down pickup of 8 yards?
Yeah, we'll definitely take that there. So will Shawsheen on first down. And this might be the way to attack, Brendan, which is have Sid Tildesley really be the main running back. As in, it gets you the extra blocker. You now then have the ability to work matchups on one side of your line or the other, try to find where the mismatches are in terms of the numbers. And maybe it's just got to turn into a Tildesley does it all to try to win Shawsheen this state championship.
2nd and 2 from the Foxborough 39. Once again, it's trips left side for Tildesley. Shouts to his receivers. Keep an eye on number 7 in purple, Dylan Pratt.
And then there comes the timeout from Shawsheen from the sideline.
On the offense. First time out of the half.
Timeout, Shawsheen.
I think right now even the fans don't know how to react. Like, seriously, they're just like in shock. If you're a Shawsheen fan, you haven't seen them like shut out like this in a while. And, Foxborough, they're waiting around all day to come over here during dinner time and check out and watch this game. And right now it's just been all defense. I mean, we might not hit 200 total yards in this game between these two teams the way it's trending right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 46 total yards in the first 24 minutes. Shawsheen, the closest it came to scoring was thanks to Tildesley on a 26-yard punt return to the 16-yard line of Foxborough.
Did you see Tildesley there walking on the field, stretching out the calves and the hamstrings a little bit?
It's cold.
It is cold, and he's starting to feel it.
Puts a man in motion. That's Timmons. Laundry on the field.
And we had that...
All stop on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
And we had that short motion with 33 coming into motion the last time that Tildesley ended up having that quarterback keeper Don't know if they were lining up to kind of do the same thing, and yeah, snap never got. I don't know if the snap didn't get off in time, but normally when 3 offensive linemen move, they turn and look at the guy with the ball and say, what were you doing?
This Division 5 state championship has become a war of attrition. Shawsheen in their run to Gillette, most of their games have been via blowout fashion. On the winning side, undefeated, Tildesley protected, wandering away, and is it intercepted? It is. Foxborough comes up with the takeaway.
John Sacchetti, number 5, stepped right in front of the receiver and made a fantastic interception. Tildesley tries to get this ball to the outside. Little patient in the pocket, moving around, and then what a great job of just jumping the route there by Sacchetti. A massive turn. You know, we mentioned, hey, how's this game going to swing? Special teams play, turnover. Here's a big spot for Foxborough. They got some momentum on the pick. Can it translate to the offense?
Both teams barely in the teens for total yards here in the third. Marcus Sella, there was a lot of traffic on this handoff, and he just got it away to Sacchetti, who just came up with the takeaway. They give him the rock.
Yeah, and again, what do we have here? 2nd and 13, another negative first down play. Both of these teams have been spectacular on first down defensively.
And Shawsheen, that last drive, got an 8-yard pickup from Tildesley on first down.
And then kaput, and then the turnover. So you're right, it isn't the indicator of automatic success, but it's something you normally need to stay on schedule to have any success.
2 backs on the hip of Mark Casella, senior quarterback. Back to throw, darts it right side, looking for Gordon. Knocked down, incomplete. 2 players in the vicinity, including the quarterback, Tildesley.
Yeah, Tildesley is cramping right now. Tildesley is stretching those calves out. Now, he was the one who came over and provided some help. That pocket got a little dirty on Marcusella, and you saw Tildesley almost come over and make the interception. If we end up staying with it a little bit, you could see Tildesley. He kind of lays there, and the first thing he does is go for that left leg and start stretching that calf out a little bit.
Yep.
You see him right there, kind of lean and grab. Good job by our crew.
Tildesley entering tonight 11 pass breakups defensively. Marcusella throws off the back foot. The ball is complete to Daleski, looking to search in space, and he is lit up. The other Tildesley on the roster, James. He's a junior. What a hit.
That was a big stick, in part because the throw was not great from Marcusella. See how that ball was high? Now he's got to try to get around the defender and then just gets blasted from the side.
How about the crowd reaction to the video board here at Gillette?
Yeah, because that's a big hit. Nice job by Tildesley there.
The oohs and the ahs over there. Good stuff. Well, it's cold, but the fan bases and supporters are engaged. Punters taking advantage of these bounces here.
Yeah, punters are having a day in this game.
Yeah.
Our cross insurance players of the game might be punters. Great, this is going right now. One team had a score, and with the other one, good job by the punter. It's kind of the way this thing is trending at this point. 4:33 to go in the third quarter, and we're scoreless between Foxborough and Shawsheen Valley.
Jack Finn for Shawsheen, the punter, and Jackson Malling for Foxborough. 4:33 to play in the third quarter of the Division 5 state championship game. Shawsheen, 4th ever appearance in the state title game. First since 2022. They haven't won the state title since 2010. Tildesley, keeper. Gain of 5. Similar to how we did it on the last drive.
No doubt.
Through the middle.
Quarterback run as well. Just Tildesley keep it. And what you're trying to do is You know, you're spreading this Foxborough defense out. Do you end up getting some man coverage? That might provide some one-on-one opportunities. Or they're going to sit there and play in zone. Everybody's just going to drop back. Then you know that quarterback run is likely easier to execute.
You mentioned Tildesley defensively, how he was cramping up a bit. There's no way he's coming out of this game.
Oh, no.
Trying to leave it all out there, senior season. Tildesley taking the pile with him. Spins down to the 29-yard line.
Great work by Shawsheen, number 74. That's Dominic Chafee, excuse me. Look at 74 here. And just driving his guy down the field. Now, even though 72, Ryan LaCroix has got a hand on Tildesley. Look at that. Tildesley just dragging him along, and the O-lineman finishes the block. That's a good job by the Largos on both sides.
Fresh set of downs for Sid the Kid and Shawsheen. The Rams lost to Foxborough in the state semis last year by 30 points. In a 0-0 game, Timmons almost tripped up, and he's brought back behind the line.
Just nowhere to go at the line of scrimmage.
Gabe Boley has been everywhere.
Yeah, not
and
only
Sacchetti.
Yeah, Boley, Sacchetti, and these big linemen up front. I mean, they're doing a good job. They're 72. LaCroix, once again, who's a factor at the point of attack to the play side. Just nowhere for Shawsheen to go at all.
LaCroix listed at 6'2", 225 pounds defensive end.
He's done a good job on the O-line today, but has shown up here in the second half along the D-line.
2nd and 10 from the 29. Tildesley, play action. Fires and connects with Banda. Scorching out to his team's sideline. He's just short. 3rd and 1.
I think it was game 2 yesterday where the running backs were really involved in the passing game, and I wonder with the offensive inability in this game, the fact that it's cold, are the running backs a factor in the pass game in terms of swinging it out, getting it to them in the flat? I know, I think it was Shawsheen tried to run a screen at one point. It didn't really go anywhere. These backs are going to end up being factors if you throw it to them.
3rd and a full yard. Banda gets there for a first. Again, we have not said 3rd and short many times tonight.
No. And that's a good job by Shawsheen to convert and set themselves up in the first down here in this late 3rd quarter. Banda does a nice job of getting north-south. I don't know if there's a lot of wiggle there, but north-south, he's in good shape. And there's Sid the Kid right there. Looks babyface, but he has played tough today.
3-time Boston Globe and Harold All Scholastic. Here comes a flag. Do we have encroachment?
It's your free 5.
Offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
When every yard is so crucial at this point in the game.
Remains first down.
No question. And to be in 1st and 5, boy, that's a really nice job of Shawsheen holding their water. No one moved, flinched, or it looked like even blinked. And those are the things that you got to do in games like this. That's where having a senior quarterback in Sid Tildesley, knowing how to do that kind of stuff, can kind of say to the guys in the huddle, listen, I'm going to count them, don't jump. And they didn't.
1st and 5 from their own 46. Shawsheen Rams. Banda roaming outside. Squirts for about a yard.
Boy, James DeGaffney's having himself a nice day on the edge.
Holding
Foxborough.
on the offense. Repeat 2nd down.
I missed the hold and believe it.
First down.
Well, you know what it was? It was 54 James DeGaffney who got held, excuse me, because you can see at the end of the play, the shirt pull on 54. So right when you get the penalty, You set yourself in 1st and 5, and now you commit the penalty on the other side if you're Shawsheen, and now you're at 1st and 15, and there's DeGaffney there. The senior had a really nice game on the defensive end.
Nothing's come easy for either team tonight. Shawsheen can get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Tildesley fires out of the reach for Dylan Pratt. And he was open in front of the corner.
Yep, probably could have dropped that in there just a little bit better. But it just goes to show, at least in this game, how difficult it is for both sides to really get the ball down the field in the passing game. Pretty much a one-man route. There it is. Seemed like that ball sailed a little bit. I think both quarterbacks have had a couple of footballs sail on them and just missed.
And there was one from Tildesley in the first half that was coming our way to the sideline.
One from Tildesley and a couple from Marcusella as well, where they just went out of bounds.
QB keeper on 2nd and long. Tildesley does a nice job to make this a manageable 3rd down when we come back to Gillette. We make the turn for home in the Division 5 state championship game. 0-0. Shawsheen and Foxborough.
This MIAA High School Championship game is brought to you by Cross Insurance. Insurance is taking care of people, protecting every last asset that someone has built over a lifetime. Insurance is our way of life since 1954. Learn more at crossagency.com. And by Dean College. Discover the Dean difference. Visit dean.edu for more information.
4th quarter about to begin here at Gillette Stadium of the Division 5 state championship game. Number 1, Shawsheen. Number 3, Foxborough. Scoreless entering the 4th. This quarter is not sudden death, but it certainly feels like whoever scores first wins this football game. Play action for Sid Tildesley. He fires and completes it. Dylan Pratt over the middle. 1st down into Foxborough territory. The first completion for Tildesley tonight.
How about that? And it's in a big spot on 3rd down where, boy, it's a big hit on the receiver. A big whack there from number 20, Colby Hassett. But nevertheless, Shawsheen getting into Foxborough territory with a 1st down on a pass. Oh my.
On 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long. Holy cow. I guess we've checked all the boxes now. It's an offensive shootout here in Gillette.
Now, Tildesley did have a completion in the flat in the 3rd, but nothing downfield like we just saw there.
Yeah, important. Converting a 3rd down, right.
Banda to the outside. Gain of 5.5 for Jake Banda.
Hand off to Banda, pull the backside guard. Nice job by the running back there. Number 33, Zach Timmons, getting in the way, trying to help Banda get around the corner. You know, I honestly didn't even think of this because, you know, it's so hard to tell with these high school teams. Can one of these two line up for a field goal? It might come down to ending 3-0 because somebody makes a kick. You can't rule it out.
We said it in our first game today. Rarely do we see 3-0 on the scoreboard early in the game.
Correct.
Zach Timmons trying to get to the 2nd level. He did just enough for the 1st down.
That might be a flag. That was dragged to the ground pretty deep into the sideline. And you can see all the officials trying to get over there to make sure that it doesn't turn into some sort of scrum. Let's take a look at the end of this. So out of bounds. Well, it was actually the Shawsheen player.
On the offense.
It was actually the Shawsheen player that ended up kind of grabbing the Foxborough player to kind of bring him to the ground. And then that's a straight sideline warning. The one we saw earlier was a coach who couldn't help himself getting in the way of the ref.
True interference.
This one was, okay, you're scrumming on the sideline. Let me give you a sideline warning so nothing gets out of hand. Because it
Entertaining, though, for a 0-0 game.
no question.
We'll take it.
Because it's been chippy, no doubt.
1st and 10, Shawsheen at the Foxborough 32. Tildesley has 2 backs on his hips. Hands it to Banda. Greeted at the line by Foxborough. Their heavies up front have been great today.
DeGaffney, once again, I know we've called his name a ton. Number 54 for Foxborough in white, but watch 54 here on the edge. Look at him set that edge. Doesn't get blocked by Zach Timmons, number 33 of Shawsheen. Really, that's keeping the backs from getting outside. The play of the defensive ends of Foxborough, to me, have been really good in terms of setting that edge, forcing the back to have to cut up under, or really go wide to get outside, allowing the rest of the defense to get there.
Trips to the right for Tildesley, pulls back, unloads, completes. 1st down and more, Timmons. Down to the 9.
Brendan, I've talked a lot, and we were mentioning, throw it to the running backs, throw it to the running backs, play action to the running back out of the backfield, and then it's Timmons there to catch it. He also catches a nice block from Dylan Pratt on the outside, and the running backs catching the ball underneath. These are easy throws to make. They've been moving the ball down the field.
Pickup of 21, similar to what we saw from CM's Makai Dodd last night in the receiving game for Capital Bowl.
He set a gain of 21 in the first half. Shawsheen Valley got 28 total yards combined.
1st and 10 from the 10. Tildesley tucks and runs. He turns into traffic.
Physical game, too.
He has
Trevor Palmer right there, the junior.
Palmer, 18 tackles for loss on the season.
Well, and you can see why. Look at this good hustle, good athleticism there to drag the quarterback down.
Make it 19, 2nd and 11.
6'1", 190 junior.
And the eye block just oozing. Looks great under the lights.
It does, it does. I'm not an eye block guy. I feel like it adds a level of fakeness. But we gotta stay tight again to call it.
Trips to the left for Tildesley. QB keeper, Tildesley. Send the kid, looking for the house. He's down at the wall.
But I saw the official grab when Ryan Jamison, number 5, had the block on the edge here for Tildesley. So we end up picking this up. Number 5 hits him in the back. You see him, anytime you see the wide receiver stand there and they throw their hands up, it's like, no, I didn't do anything. Here's the wide shot. Watch number 5 to the right-hand side. That was a push to the back. If we're going to be fair about it, that was a push to the back of number 20, Colby Hassan. Got away with it. I saw the official along the sideline reach as if he was going to throw the flag, but kept it in the pocket.
3rd and 1. Tildesley. He's in. Sid the Kid scores.
And the Shawsheen sideline has completely erupted. Not only their fans, but the sideline as well. Boy, that was a grind of a drive by Shawsheen right there. But of course, it's Tildesley who ends up scoring the touchdown.
Jack Finn is on for the extra point. If he kicks PATs like he does his punts, you have no issue here. Extra point is good. We have our first score of the night in the Division 5 state championship. Sid Tildesley with his 16th rushing score to date.
And boy, it was a tough grind to get into the end zone, but just ekes across the goal line to get that ball home. I know where we're sitting, we hear a lot of the Foxborough coaches as well. and you could hear the no, he didn't get in. That was pretty clear. He ended up getting that ball across the goal line and into the end zone. And right now, it is the Sid Tildesley show for Shawsheen Valley.
Sid Tildesley starting his 47th career high school game. That was his 124th touchdown overall in his high school career.
That is some production right there, but this thing is not over. And you know the Shawsheen has been able to score a bunch of points this year, but Foxborough has won a lot of close games this year, like you mentioned, against Hanover, 14-0. They beat North Attleboro 19-14.
Let's see the kind of response
Big hit.
Foxborough is made of.
Big hit. Big whack, and guess who made the tackle? A Tildesley. James Tildesley this time. Number 44. Big stick right there. That's his second one of the game. He ain't gonna be outdone. He wants that big piece of turkey at Thanksgiving dinner. You gotta fight at the table now.
James Tildesley, a junior, and Sid, his older brother, senior. Defensive coordinator Brian, their father. Play action. Mike Marcusella throws on the line into the turf. Incomplete. No flags on the play.
No. And another dud play on first down for Foxborough. Not able to get anything going. And, you know, is this where we start to see some of these crossing routes, passes to the flat, to the running backs? Is there a screen here for this Foxborough offense that they might be able to run? Because by the way this game has gone, Brendan, throwing the ball down the field has been challenging for both sides. So we're going to need some of these short to intermediate throws here to up the completion percentage to have a chance of actually making something happen.
Mike Marcusella, the senior, trips to the right side, going left, looking. Angelini is held, and that's pass interference.
Yeah, that one is there. Yeah, that one will definitely be because 32, Ben Angelini got a clean release out of the backfield. Clear pass interference, and a good one.
Offensive pass interference. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Trying to see who the defender was. Well, that was James Tildesley who just made that big hit. However, if there isn't the PI and that's caught, that thing's going, you know, deep into Shawsheen territory. So sometimes there are pass interferences, and again, at the pro level, it's different because it's a spot foul.
Right.
But in high school and in college, you give up the 15 yards versus having a guy running down the field on you or catching it short and taking it long.
As excited as Shawsheen is, they have to keep their composure.
Yes.
But they want to come up with a big play to seal the deal. Marcusella throws, and it's incomplete, intended for Nolan Gordon.
Yeah, now see, that's a wide open receiver, and we know that Marcusella is better than that, and that ball's just a little short. I mean, receiver runs a great route. Look at that ball, look at the tip of that ball. It's just dying right away. I don't know if it's the cold, I don't know if it's the ball, but relative to Foxborough throwing it, the first couple of throws in the first quarter were okay. After that, very little to me that has been accurate out of this Foxborough offense.
But once again, on first down, just having trouble to pick up some cheap yards.
Good point.
Second and 10. Marcusella heaves. Oh boy, it's intercepted by Tildesley. Sid the Kid can do it all.
And another errant throw from Marcusella, where it's going to sail over the head of the wide receiver. And it's Sid Tildesley who's done a heck of a job on both sides of the ball. Quarterback reading quarterback. That ball just sails on him. And then of all the things to get Tildesley, it's the turf. He got turf monstered on that tackle.
Sid Tildesley, in his 14th career interception, his 5th of his senior campaign. Folks, in his career, he has about 9,000 yards from scrimmage. Timmons is spun down for a big loss on first down. Speaking of the first down woes for both schools, Trevor Palmer wraps him up.
Boy, that's been the story of the day, it feels like, for Shawsheen in terms of getting the non-Sid Tildesley runs going, right? With the quarterback, they've kind of had the extra blocker, and Tildesley's been okay in terms of running the ball. But in terms of anybody else, just no momentum running the rock offensively for Shawsheen.
Midway point of the fourth. Foxborough still has 3 timeouts, a 7-0 lead, thanks to a Tildesley rushing score. Takes the pile with them on 2nd and 15. And now it's 3rd and long.
Right, you go from 2nd and 15 to 3rd and 8. So a big problem to still a big problem. It's just not as bad. And, you know, there's only so much that Sid Tildesley can do.
We sound tape recorded saying 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 8 tonight.
But it really, I mean, it's just been the way it's gone. And shockingly, I mean, really, 7 points in this game with these two teams. Come on.
I think what's most impressive about Tildesley is, for as much as he has the ball in the return game, throwing, running, just 3 interceptions.
He's smart, takes care of it really well. And
Timeout on the offense. It's the second timeout.
So for those of you wondering, that would be a timeout Shawsheen.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Since we're just going offense, defense. We'll make sure to keep track of these. So Foxborough has all 3 of their timeouts. Shawsheen 2.
I'm sorry, everyone.
For those of you who might be listening or maybe watching without pictures or you know which team called the timeout or what.
And thanks for being with us wherever you are watching or listening. Live on WSPK, TV 38. Streaming live also, Patriots YouTube. We have not seen any pickle jars tonight. That was
by the way,
the YouTube audience.
the pickle jar was left behind on the bench closest to us. Absolutely. We had a photo of it beforehand. So, I mean, what? No, there it is. It's still there, by the way. Those are all Foxborough. Those are all, like, Foxborough kids. I mean, no pickle left behind. What are we doing?
Wow. Pickles for everyone.
Tildesley's going to come over and grab himself a gulp.
3rd and 7. Tildesley lowered his shoulders, snaked through for a few more, but he's short of the first down. You knew that was there the whole time?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Yep. But this game has been so exciting offensively. I was waiting to be able to bring it up, and here's Tildesley once again, just trying to get around the corner, nothing doing. And it's now 4th and 3.
I guess King Philip didn't want to keep the pickle jar.
I mean, I guess. You brought it, bring it home. You clean up after yourself.
I'm 21. By the way,
Thank you. That makes sense.
They struggle with that. Another beautiful punt.
Well, and this thing, and it took some backspin because this time the returner got away from it thinking this thing's going to go in the end zone, and instead it ended up dying. Well, look out, we mentioned the pickle jar again from last night, and it was King Philip, correct, who ended up having the jar of pickles on the sideline and had players cramping up. So they took a swig of pickle juice. Those pickles got to be frozen by now. I think that, I don't know this, can pickle juice freeze? I would assume so. Like, if you go over there and grab that thing, is it just like slushy pickle juice with a couple of frozen, gherkins inside there?
AI should know, right? Mark Casella fires. Angelini, catch and run after the first down. Using the running back in the passing game. Both teams are doing it.
Yeah, and I thought there was a face mask there at the end of it that the officials might have missed. So it's Ben Angelini. Easy throw from Marcusella. And let's see at the end here. Oh yeah, there was a little bit of a grab of the face mask, and you can see the coaches on the sideline for Foxborough screaming. Oh, and we need pickle juice.
20-yard connection. Pickle juice doesn't freeze well because of its high sodium and vinegar content.
That's what I thought. High sodium, so it wouldn't freeze well, but I mean, this thing was left outside overnight.
There are 2 ways you can store pickle juice. Unopened, store in a cool, dry, dark place for up to 2 years. If it's opened, you can store in the fridge for up to 2 to 3 months.
Wow.
Or overnight at Gillette Stadium.
Or overnight at Gillette. Outdoors, by the way.
Outdoors. Sun was out today, so who knows how that affects
sun was out, but it was still what? I mean, it was close to freezing regardless, even with the sun out, right? And now, forget about it. Well, let's see if Foxborough can continue to muster up something offensively here against this Shawsheen defense, who's done a great job so far.
Angelini is tripped up at the line. First down woes continue for the Warriors.
Yeah, and now you got a dinged up offensive lineman in 72, Ryan LaCroix. And if you can see 72, the pulling guard, watch how he get hit from behind, right? And as an offensive lineman, Brendan, there's, if you see it coming, you can kind of prepare for it. When they're rolling up on the back of your legs, you just don't know it. That's how you get those like snap knee injuries and snap muscle pulls in your hands.
Marcusella heaves, looking for Nolan Gordon. His deep threat target all night. Will Holloway in coverage, number 9 in purple.
Yes,
3rd and 11.
and I'm glad you mentioned that, Brendan, because that's what I was going to point out earlier when we looked out there. I think it was Gordon against Carbone, and there was a big size mismatch. Now look at these two, 8 and 9. Number 8, Gordon, is 6'1", and he's a good one. They have him listed at 175 pounds. He's a little thicker than that, but nowhere near the size mismatch on the outside here in the 4th quarter as Shawsheen has changed up that personnel.
2 down territory in Foxborough?
Gotta be. If you can get 7 here, you feel pretty good.
Trips to the right, Marcusella lobs it complete. Angelini just pick up the first down now. Running back out of the backfield for the 2nd time on this drive. It's been their bread and butter in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, but this is really a screen. I mentioned about can you get him in the screen game. Boy, that was pretty much a tackle by number 73, Matt O'Keefe, along that Foxborough offensive line. He got away with that one on the screen, but if you're Foxborough, you got to get past midfield here pretty soon.
Angelini.
Ooh, almost.
To the 46.5.
Well, and we also hearing some tripping from some of the coaches that are right underneath of us, and I think he got the arm up there, and it wasn't like a leg whip or anything like that. The defender kind of got that arm out, and it ended up tripping up Angelini.
The trip started our night to negate an 85-yard touchdown. It was scoreless until Tildesley ran it in. Marcusella with time, but the pocket folds. It's intercepted! Oh my goodness! Banda! 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 Down to the 1!
We said it might come down to a big turnover, and the first time Foxborough gets a little bit of offensive momentum going, here it comes, just the disastrous play for the Warriors, and the one that Shawsheen has been waiting to make. Good rush there by number 50, Nathan Melandon, and then that ball ends up in Banda's hands, and look at the strip right here. Almost a good job of getting the strip, but here's the thing to remember. In that spot, it would be nice to get the strip if you're number 12, Cam Gillespie. You're also trying to stay in the game, and you saw earlier that they have a kicker. It's nice you went for the ball, but if you made the tackle, you might have forced him at the 15-yard line versus this ball going all the way down inside the 5.
Marked down at the 2. Sid Tildesley, rushing score number 2, and insurance for Shawsheen.
Shawsheen taking advantage of the opportunity, and that turnover is the one that broke the Warriors back. And Sid Tildesley getting it done. You could see the coach there. Al Constable happy as all get out. What a turn of events here in this fourth quarter.
Jack Finn is on for the extra point. 14-0, Shawsheen Valley. On the brink of a perfect season. Undefeated in the regular year for 3 seasons in a row, but unable to finish the job the last couple of years. They lost in the semis to this Foxborough program last year, 42-12.
And the Shawsheen sideline is starting to feel it a little bit. And there's your Cross Insurance player of the game for Foxborough, Ben Angelini. Tough night for him. Great job by the Shawsheen defense. But 16 carries, 40 yards, not the night Angelini thought he was going to have.
And we will make mention, though, in the receiving game here in the second half, he's been
very good.
A huge part.
Yep.
They've come awfully close.
Well, when you think about Angelini and his performance last year, you know, you have the pretty high expectations coming in of a player of his caliber. And he's battled his tail off. I mean, this has been, for a low-scoring game, this has been a really good fun battle.
Angelini missed the first 3 games of this season with a lower body injury. Last year ran for 1,400 yards. Foxborough still has 3 timeouts.
And they're going to get some good field position here as this kickoff goes out of bounds.
Again, to conclude the week here at Gillette, Mansfield and North Attleboro for the Division III crown is coming up next.
This will come out to the 30.
Kickoff out of bounds on the kicking team. Foxborough will take the ball at the 35-yard line.
Oh, 35, sorry. I saw the referee asking, did you want it at the 30, not the 35 there. So now Foxborough with 2:37. They're down 2 touchdowns. Have not really been able to get a lot of offense going, although they did start to throw it to the running backs. But Foxborough with 3 timeouts, if they can keep those in their pocket and find a way to get a quick strike touchdown, all is not lost for the Warriors.
And I know some throws have gotten away, which you've called out. Marcusella can sling it.
No doubt.
He can get it out. They throw off the back foot, complete to Daleski, but he's going backwards.
Can't go sideways. That ball's got to start to go down the field a little bit, even if it's on some crossing routes. And I'm a little surprised that Foxborough isn't running with some pace here. And that's the second time that the ball has gone to Cam Daleski on the outside, and upon catching it, it kind of stops and freezes a little bit.
Clock's moving. They still have 3 timeouts.
Yeah, I thought it would be hurry up, try to get somebody out of alignment. You're having a hard time lining up now. Now I got the slot man covered with a safety deep.
Marcusella, there is a flag from the near side. He just flicks it. Incomplete.
And they're going to mark him out of bounds before he flicked it. However, like you said, we have a flag. I think we had a receiver maybe lined up off sides. So now we got the old huddle trying to figure this out. Looks like this is going to go against Foxborough.
We have a live ball holding on the defense, which is a 10-yard foul. We have a dead ball, personal foul on the offense. It will repeat second down.
It's a wash?
I was waiting for it. You beat me to it. I was going to say, is that a wash?
That's what he says, right?
I think so. He was yelling to the sideline of Foxborough, I think, who the foul was on. At least that's how I read that. So I thought it was a lineup offsides, and now it's really in a way, I guess, offsetting penalties. Well, the one was a dead ball foul, so nevertheless, this ball's going to be spotted now. Instead, it started on the 35, now it's on the 25-yard.
Easy decision. Sid Tildesley, our Cross Insurance Player of the Game for Shawsheen. Insurance is taking care of people, protecting every last asset that someone has built over a lifetime. Insurance is our way of life since 1954. Learn more at www.crossagency.com. What a career for Sid Tildesley.
I mean, what a way to end it too. In Gillette, interception, 2 rushing touchdowns. You said he did it all, and you know what? We sit here at the end of the game, and Sid Tildesley did it all.
It is a bit vindicating when you call out the players to watch, and then the player to watch does it. And
that is pretty good.
That's been Tildesley all year long. 125 total touchdowns for the season. He'll improve to 41-6 as a starting quarterback.
And the kid hasn't, I don't think he's come out of the game.
No.
He's played a bunch of snaps on defense. You see him back there lined up at the 40-yard line. He's the deep safety, keeping it in front of him.
3rd and forever, and
just nowhere to go on that quick little inside handoff. Oh, and now we got some chippiness, and we have a Shawsheen player down.
This is getting nasty.
Yeah,
Some extracurriculars now.
It was number 1, Brayton Carbone, who ended up on the ground. And now the Shawsheen coaches are out there telling everybody to get off the field.
And the players of Shawsheen are trying to engage the fan base. It's been a long time coming. Shawsheen has not won the state title since 2010, their only championship in school history.
I mean, we're going to get some, I do believe, after the play, personal foul call coming up here. Just how will they sort this out?
After the incomplete pass, personal foul, White on the offense will be 4th down, 15-yard penalty.
All right. So I do believe what he was about to say before he cut the mic off was, I do believe upon marking this off, this will be half the distance to the goal. So let's see towards the end here. And you can see the number 1 player who's already down right there. Those are 2 linemen that are just jaw-jacking afterwards, and
Jonathan Bald has a grip of the face mask. And
dead ball, personal foul.
That's 2 teammates celebrating.
Half the distance from the end of the run, 4th down.
yeah, so they corrected it that it was half the distance there, but it was number 1 who ended up getting kind of knocked down. And all I saw was him on the ground and the flag was near. And didn't really see how it happened, but yeah, it's starting to get antagonistic and nasty there in the end, and grabbing face masks and all that kind of stuff. It looks like Foxborough might end up having to burn a timeout here as they're trying to get one of the offensive linemen that we just showed, Jonathan Bald, getting him back out on the field.
The clock is moving.
No timeout needed.
Ball drops down at the 42.
And we're going to get another penalty here. Number 80 in white, right around the 30-yard line. Getting into it with one of the Shawsheen players. Number 57 was mixed up in that as well.
Well, this is what you don't want.
Correct.
You've seen some Shawsheen guys embracing each other.
But that was during the play where it got nasty and people were flinging each other around. And this was kind of building, quite honestly, which is why he ended up getting the sideline warning for Shawsheen earlier in this quarter.
Our first score of the game was a few minutes into the 4th quarter. And you had the feeling whoever scored first was going to grip control of the game, and that's what's happened.
Yeah, very
Leading
much
to
so.
frustrating moments on the other side. It's been overall a frustrating night to get to the end zone.
No question. It's taken a while to kind of figure this out.
Meanwhile, North Attleboro and Mansfield are ready to warm up.
Yeah, all they're doing is standing there getting cold on each end of the end zone right now.
Unlike our first game, when it was blue against blue, we have green against red. So that makes it easy.
Yep, I will definitely take that. And we've had purple against white here, and so this is taking forever to kind of figure out, which makes me wonder if there's either multiple fouls. Is someone maybe going to get ejected here? I'm not sure. But with 59 seconds to go, Shawsheen Tech's just going to take a knee. So we could expedite this process a little bit.
It is the last game of the year, too. This doesn't have any effect on future games.
It is, already in doubt. And I don't know really what our white hat is trying to figure out here. Because we ended up with a couple of different flags down, and you could see that it was getting, nasty right away.
Long conversations here with the Foxborough staff. For Shawsheen Valley Tech, the Rams are led by Al Costabile in his 33rd year. He's won 190 games. They were in the state championship in 2022. They lost to North Reading 44-28.
Here we go. Now the announcement.
There are multiple fouls on the play.
We thought so.
There was a hold on the defense. There was a personal foul on the defense. There was a dead ball unsportsmanlike on the offense. After enforcement, we will have 4th down and re-kick.
Wow. I didn't expect that it was going to be a re-kick. However, so that's why. So we had 2 live ball fouls and then the 1 dead ball foul. So I do believe you're going to mark one off and then mark the other one off. I think this official is just kind of chuckling with the coach and being like, yeah, we know this thing's over, but, sorry, we're taking hopefully we're not
window dressing right now.
Yeah, hopefully we're not, slowing down your big reservation at Applebee's at 9:30, you know what I mean?
It is a Friday night. Should be open a little later.
Yeah, I think so. I don't want to mess anything up. Well, our first game zoomed, and this one has been really marred on the slowdown by the penalties.
We're still just about on schedule, though. Our 8 o'clock game.
We're in the ballpark.
Better than some other years.
You ain't kidding. I almost joked around. I wonder if Foxborough now runs a fake instead of kicking this thing away.
It was a very bizarre sequence, though, by them. They let a lot of clock come off, 3 timeouts.
Yeah, it was a slow-moving operation, and now another flag.
Offside on the defense. 4th down after 5-yard penalty.
I think I had to count. Look down with 4 fingers to do it. It's still 4th down.
Give these officials credit for being very mindful to turn the mic off.
Yeah.
When they have words to share after the call.
Just happy to have a white hat that isn't choking on his own words.
All right, 3rd time's a charm.
Go, kickoff out of bounds. Should be a knee here from Shawsheen, and they can celebrate a state championship.
Just the 2nd in school history, and the school's first since 2010.
Guys, we're gonna go
Again,
right
just to take you
offense.
through their road, folks. Last year they were throttled by this Foxborough program in the state semis. They lost by 30 points, 42-12. In 2022, in the Division 5 state championship, they lost to North Reading 44-28. So for a team that scores a lot of points, they weren't the ones scoring all the points in those big games. The semis last year, the finals 2 years ago, and they're going to pitch a shutout this year.
Pretty amazing when you think about it. Pretty amazing.
It's all that was missing for Sid Tildesley. All the individual accolades. 3-time Boston Globe and Herald Hall Scholastic. 3-time CAC Player of the Year. You'll see him on the wrestling mat this winter. 3-time All-American. Shawsheen Valley Tech, the Rams, are champions of Division 8. The school's first title since 2010.
Do not do that. Do not embarrass us. And there's Sid the Kid. Talk about doing it all. Like you said, Brendan. Coming in, it was, can Sid the Kid do it all? And guess what? He did that and even a little more.
We have a scoreless football game through 3 quarters. There's the embrace for Tildesley with the fan base. Shawsheen scored a touchdown with about 7 minutes left in the 4th. How about the Jake Banda interception to set up another score?
Massive.
And the ball, Foxborough was moving the ball a little bit towards midfield, and then as Marcus Sella threw it away, Banda snagged it to set up another Tildesley run. Shawsheen Valley Tech, champions for just the 2nd time in school history. They knock off Foxborough 14-0.
Well, it was the Sid Tildesley show for Shawsheen in winning this state championship. There was the interception that you thought might be able to give Foxborough a little bit of momentum, but it was a swarming Shawsheen defense that was able to get it done here today, along with some Sid Tildesley.
We'll send it back to the WBZ studios. We'll be back for the Division III state championship game between North Attleboro and Mansfield.